Hello and welcome to this career visualization, which is where we're going to go into a time machine and go back in time to the very early parts of your life when you were starting to think about work and career and what you wanted to do, and start to progress that through to see how that's developed for you. So for visualization, we're going to get ourselves in a nice relaxed place. Ideally sat up. If it's more comfortable to lie down, by all means do that. Make sure your spine is straight. Your legs and your arms are uncrossed. And just have a sense of connecting with your shoulders and asking them to just soften a bit if you have a tendency to hunch them towards your ears. Allow your neck to get a bit longer, more fluid. Have a sense of your head just floating above your shoulders. And just connect with your breath. With your breath in your body and out. And we're going to take that breath in through the nose. Hold at the top for just a moment and then blow out through the mouth. Just a lovely exchange of energy, of new energy coming in. Holding for some expansion and then blowing out through the mouth. It's a nice long sigh. One more breath coming in and holding, and then sigh through the mouth and just releasing any tension, anything that might be getting in your way. We're just going to relax and allow ourselves to go on a journey. So you're going to find in front of you a time machine, which can be of any shape or colour that you choose it to be. And it's going to have a little door where you go in and find yourself in a very comfortable chair. In front of the chair there's a dial and it's set at the current year. But you're going to reset it for the year when you were 16. So whatever year that was, just set the dial so it has that year. And when you've set the dial, we're going to press the big button in front of it which says go. So just press that and then watch as the dial goes back, all the way back to the year when you were 16. So the dial stopped now and you're going to come out of the time machine. So you're going to leave your chair, go through the door and find yourself in a typical scene of what you were doing when you were 16. You may find yourself at school, maybe with a group of friends, or maybe in one of your favourite subjects, or even at home doing some homework. Just go back to a place and a time where you felt comfortable when you were 16 and you were doing something that really engrossed you and you felt comfortable and positive. Just reconnect with this 16-year-old and her life. What were some of the things that were important at the time? What were your aspirations? What were some of the subjects that interested you? Did you have a thought about what you'd be doing yet for your A-levels if you were going on to study, or what you may wanted to do when you went to university if that was also your plan? Have a sense of connecting with that. And what were the subjects and the areas you enjoyed the most? What were the ones that you felt really passionate about and you found that them lessons flew by because you enjoyed them so much? Just notice the girl, notice the things that she felt passionate about, notice the things that excited her. So we're going to go back into the time machine now, find ourselves back in the chair, and we're going to reset the dial now and we're going to go forward. We're going to go forward 5 years to the time when you were 21. So set the dial, press the big button that says go and watch the dial as it goes forward then 5 years to arrive at the year when you were 21. So we're going to come out of the time machine and find ourselves in a typical situation when we were 21. So that may be that you're working and you're in an office environment. It may be that you're still at university and studying, or it may be some other setting. So find yourself in wherever the setting was when you were 21 and just notice what you're doing. How are you feeling? What is it that you're hoping for? What are your dreams and aspirations as a 21-year-old? What are you actually doing? If you are at work, what is the work like? What is the employer like? What are the teams like? And if you're at university, how are you enjoying the study that you're doing? What is it you most want to achieve when you've finished your qualification? Just have a sense of connecting with that. And then we're going to find ourselves going back into the time machine. And we're going to set that dial for 10 years forward. So you're going to find yourself just coming into your 30s. And if you happen to be somebody who's not there yet, just bring it back to the present day. Set the dial, press the button, and find yourself seeing the dial move forward through them 10 years. And we're going to step outside and find ourselves in a typical situation we were when we were in our early 30s. So what's the job that you're doing now? What's the organisation like that you work with? What are the people like that you work with? What have you noticed about how you are? What's the level of enthusiasm you have now? What's your aspirations? Are your aspirations greater than they were when you were younger? Or have they actually closed in some way? Is the work related to what you studied at school and what you went on to do at university? Or is it vastly different? And if it is different, does it fulfill you in a way that you didn't expect when you were dreaming of your career when you were younger? Or actually, do you feel that it's taken something away, that it's moved you in the wrong direction? Let's have a look at this situation in your early 30s and just have a connection to that. How do you feel about life now? Does it feel like it has fulfilled the promises that you hoped it would? Do you feel you're on the right path for you? Do you feel it uses your unique gifts and interests? Just take a few more moments to look around, because we're going to return to the time machine for one last time. And now you're going to bring yourself back into the chair and set your dial to the present moment. So bring it back to the current year, press the button. And when you come out of the time machine, I want you to find yourself in a typical work situation that you would find yourself in right now. And again, look at the person that you're looking on, yourself, and the role that you're doing, the actual work itself, the people you work with, and the organisation. And again, just look at how well does this meet the aspirations you had when you set out? How well does this work fulfill you? Is it something that motivates you and brings out your skills and your strengths? And does it actually meet the original aspirations you had? And again, are there aspects of the work that you really like and enjoy, and are there aspects you don't? Just have a sense of just looking around at this situation, a typical work day, typical work processes going on. And do you feel that if you show these to your 21-year-old self, if you showed them this work situation and what you're doing, do you feel it would motivate them? Do they feel that they'd be excited and looking forward to getting to this situation and this current environment? Maybe imagine them there with you. Imagine them coming into the room. and showing them round and explaining it to them, and seeing their reactions and what questions they raise. Imagining your younger self can bring a lot of wisdom. They can bring things to your mind that maybe you hadn't considered. I want you to take one last look around at everything that is typical of work now. Just have a sense of connecting inwards to how you're feeling about it. Just notice your body. Any tensions anywhere, so any tension you're holding. Let's connect a bit deeper to your heart. How is your heart feeling? Is your heart feeling light? Does it feel a little bit heavy? So I'm going to just bring you back to the very present moment that we're in. Just want you to have a sense of connecting back to the chair that you're on. A sense of being aware of your feet and their connection to the floor. Sense of your awareness of the room that you're in. And in a moment or two, I'm going to get you to just open your eyes. Very good. So you're going to find a handout here with further instructions about what to do. So well done, and I look forward to hearing more from you.